Lads, this one's depressing enough that I'm not even turning on my lighting. Thankfully, there's some natural light here, but like, I'm not even turning on my lights for this. Lads, it somehow seems to be getting worse. The Fever are now down to 7 healthy players practicing. There are 7 healthy players. A positive is it looks like Coulson's fine. But Damaris Dantas is not practicing. And if you guys agree, this is crazy, subscribe. We are so close to 50k. We are trying to hit 49k by the time Caitlin Clark comes back, which will be about just over a week from now. 700 subscribers away. We are so close to hitting 50k. If we could do that by the end of June, that would be insane. However, lads, we got to be honest here. We've got to be honest. This is not good. So, Chloe Peterson has been showing a lot of stuff from practice. So, Stephanie White is like Kelly Krauskopf is saying they're trying to get another player from a hardship as they only have 2 healthy guards right now. Sid Coulson is getting shots up. She looks okay. They got encouraging news from both her and Sophie's MRIs this weekend, which is why they're game time decisions. And that is a good thing that she's going to be fine. Like, by the way, and just a heads up, there is no way that you are doing this on a bum knee. There is absolutely no way. Look, they're not rushing her. They're not rushing her back in anything. If she had any meniscus damage and ACL damage, she's not doing this. She's sitting out of main practice just out of precaution because they probably, realistically, I think they just don't want her to get injured at practice. They don't want her to get injured at practice. And for Sophie, I would assume she's going to be okay. Caitlin Clark rebounding and Dantas Coulson offering some encouragement from off to the side. Like, Dantas is out, or Dantas is just watching. She's not even just doing shooting drills. Caitlin Clark walked into practice, went stand near the coach staff. Coulson is doing stints on stationary bike. Talking to trainer Todd Champlin and giving encouragement to her teammates. Again, if Sid Coulson was actually injured, she wouldn't be doing this. And I know obviously moving lateral is a bit different, but this is enough lateral movement that you would not be risking that if she's hurt. She's not hurt. She's absolutely not hurt at all. And it is it's just a crazy situation. You've got another injury. And I actually did make a video before this saying that the Fever can't sign anybody on a hardship contract while the injuries are there. They can't sign multiple people on hardship contracts. But if Dantas is out, they can sign an emergency player. They cannot replace. The league 100% has to allow it. And obviously you can see here from Kelly Krauskopf, it looks like the league is going to allow it. But Coulson looks like she's going to be able to play. And if she's not going to be able to, I would say, if Sophie Cunningham's not there, she's not playing. That is pretty much it. If Sophie Cunningham's not there, and if Sophie Cunningham doesn't play, she needs to be officially out. And then it comes down to the Caitlin Clark injury. It comes down to the Caitlin Clark situation. It comes down to how hurt she is. And you can probably get in someone on a hardship for a couple of games, which is not the worst thing in the world. But Damaris Dantas being out, Bree Turner's going to have to play. And by the way, this just shows how bad the Fever are. The Connecticut Sun were down 20 points, 21 points. It is a minute and a half into the second quarter, and they are beating the Connecticut Sun by 21 points. That just shows how bad this current Indiana Fever team is. But yeah, it is a real tough one because again, if you're looking at the team on the season, Bree Turner has to be their main bench player, and Bree Turner on the season is averaging 0.3 points, 1 rebound, and 0.7 assists per game. She scored a free throw. She hit a free throw. And that is all Bree Turner's done on the season, is she hit a free throw. And she's going to have to play minutes. Not only minutes, she's going to have to play big minutes. I would assume Coulson's going to be healthy for the game. More shooting close to practice. Caitlin Clark arrived. Obviously, Caitlin's not playing. Can't bench KK if she's one of 7 players. Like, they're talking about bringing in a player, which means it's probably a hardship for Caitlin Clark. So you're not going to be able to see them reach even 10 players. But with Dantas being out, I hope Dantas is okay. However, you've genuinely got a player, or you've got Dantas who's not even rebounding, whereas Caitlin Clark is. They're being more cautious with Dantas than Caitlin Clark. And without Dantas, this team is nothing. This team is absolutely nothing. Like, look, it could get to the stage, and I mean this when I say this, it could get to the stage where they just have a bad season. Teams have bad seasons. To act like the Phoenix Mercury didn't have a horrible season, then got even with Taurasi. To act like the Mercury have not had multiple awful seasons with Diana Taurasi. To act like the Storm didn't get back-to-back #1 picks with Sue Bird playing on them. So it happens. In a league where you only have 12 players, in a league that's so star-driven, it can very much happen that a team and a player can affect everything. And look, an injury can cause a season to be bad. Heck, even in the NBA, the Spurs with Wembanyama, who is probably an equivalent in terms of potential to a Caitlin Clark for that league, have gotten the #2 pick off after getting the #1 pick a couple of years ago. But yeah, it's just not a great scenario for the Indiana Fever seeing Damiris Dantas hurt. It's just all around not a good scenario at all. And for the Indiana Fever fans, like, I can't see it getting much better. I can't see it getting much better soon. The goal should be get into the playoffs at the 8th seed at this stage. Because, look, this team has more potential in the playoffs definitely than last year's team. At this stage, it is play fun ball and get into the playoffs, the 8th seed. Because, look, the Mystics are going to go bad at some stage. At some stage, the Mystics are going to stop winning games. The problem is that to make that 8th seed, it shouldn't be too difficult. The Wings suck. The Sparks suck. And it just depends on how the Sparks are when Cameron Brink comes back. Because I think I would say there's an 80% chance the Sky make the playoffs. I think the Wings don't make the playoffs. I think the Sparks don't. I think the Sun don't. I think the Valkyries don't. So then it really becomes between, like, they very much should still make it, even with disaster striking, as long as Caitlin Clark is back. But right now it's not looking great at all. Every single day there seems to be a new injury with this team. And it's a team who, outside of Temi for a little bit of time and Dantas at the start of the season, really did not have any injury issues at all last year.